about what you have to offer, whether other people think that or not, because they will. And that applies to all of life. People are always gonna go, you know what? You fucking suck. And you go, well, I think I'm pretty cool, so fuck you. And you don't even have to say fuck you. I have to say that to be funny. But I want you to go, I know that you're gonna do a good job, just based on how nervous you are telling us about it right now. You obviously care about it. But I want you to do a good job from the inside out. I want you to feel happy with yourself in that role. Does that make sense? So go, fly. But fly in your own way.
And try it out. Like, that's the thing, is like, when we theorize things in our head and like just domino it that way, and we're like, I think I'd like it, and I think it'd go great like that, and if I did it like that, it'd probably work out okay. Yeah, you know what, yeah, it's great, I like it, that's what I do. I'm gonna be an actor. But you gotta actually take action. Once you do the film that you're gonna be amazing in, you'll know a little bit more if this is what you actually wanna do. And I also wanna say that we are in the era of the multiple entrepreneurs, because I have so many other things that I love to do. I was a personal trainer, I was a makeup artist, and these are all things that I love to do. But I gave up for a long period of time because I didn't think you were allowed to do it all. Like, entertain all of the ideas that made you feel alive when you did them. And now we live in the era where if you want to be an actor and you also want to be a chiropractor and you also want to be a yoga instructor and you also XYZ, you can actually do that and build a whole life around that. But you really do have to say yes to the opportunities and try them out and take action, because that's how you'll actually get your roadmap. You know, do you feel me?
Oh no. Oh, Kim hasn't spoken up yet. No.
Mother needs to jump.
Tell me your name again.
I'm Kate.
Kate. Alright, so here's the fucking truth.
You say it'll never happen. The way to guarantee that's the truth is to believe that.
Woo!
If you believe it will never happen, it will never happen. That isn't to say if you believe it will happen, it will. But I know from firsthand experience that wanting something, trying my best, and having it not happen hurts like your soul is on fire. But you know what else hurts like your soul is on fire? Never fucking trying to have what you want.
Go for it.
Thank you so much.
Isn't there a quote? You can fail at what you don't want to do, so you might as well go after what you do want to do.
Yep. You'll hear more about that in the next episode of the Wayward Podcast. Literally a whole podcast on it. Well done. Well, that's a nice light question. I think she was quite ready for that. She's like, I'm going to be in a movie. What should I know?
But then you gotta remember, like, I've been doing this like 15 years, we're like deep, do you know what I mean? So I always like to be mindful when you're new, because I always tell a lot of students that I coach, I'm like, live it before you believe it, don't believe it before you live it. Because everybody has their experience in this business, and they're gonna tell you, just like we will tell you, we have all our opinions, but the truth is your journey is really going to be specific to you. As much as we've all experienced a lot of the same things, the specifics are so different that you really gotta be like focused on you, and like Briana said, just finding your center and being good at your core in yourself, and that is a game changer. That is what most artists aren't bringing, and what separates you from the pack, because most people are like, I need this. Give me something, approval.
Show me my work.
You know what I mean? Versus, I'm grounded and I'm centered, and just like Briana and Cameron saying, it's like, I know who I am, I know what I want, I'm allowed to go after, and if it hurts, afterwards, I'll deal with that too. You know what I mean? So, just as that's one of those like long answers.
It sure as fuck is. All right, let's go to you, my love.
I want to
guys were put into the supernatural world for a day, what would you do?
Cry.
As us?
Yeah.
What's my proximity to Sam and Dean?
And like, what's the rating of the episode? Yeah, that's right. Whatever, the show's done. In a good way! Let's make it an HBO show now! Yeah. What do you and Kim talk about when your microphones aren't in front of you? Now you know. I would be scared. Period.
I would probably try to pet a werewolf.
Totally.
I would be. No, I'd be the one that would be like, can I make friends with the fuzzies? Because maybe I could. You met me, I'll be your fucking friend! Love me! I die quickly.
No, I'd be like, see, I knew my demons were gonna come and get me one day. I fucking knew it. I knew it. And I'd just be running the whole time. At some point, I'd probably be like, no, I've had enough. I try and be brave, but
I'd be so fucked. I can't run that fast. I don't have a gun. What the fuck am I gonna do? I would hide. Be like, Billy, I got a big bag. I can't hide that many places. So,
Thank you.
I have never heard more disappointment and judgment in a thank you in my life. Thank you.
this is our smart friend who asked a really brilliant, intelligent question. Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that she was away from the microphone before she went, why do I even? Why,
I love that though. That's exactly what I would have done. I could deal with these fucking people up here. Oh, that's so good. Thank you.
She was really
I'm stealing that. I'm stealing it. No, I don't know where you are, but we're love. We're love, right? She's like,
No, I didn't mean it.
What a great character. Okay. Hello.
Hi. What was your first impression when you guys met Jensen and Jared?
Ew. Ugh. Slowly my clothes fall off. I didn't know who they were. I hadn't watched the show. You guys heard me tell the story a million times. I started working in TV like 6 months prior to being on Supernatural because I was pregnant and I needed some fucking money. And I got this job. I was super excited about it because I loved the character so much. And it's so funny when Jensen tells this story. It's so different because I came on set and I was like, gonna do my job. I was fairly new to working on set, so I still was like, okay, that's the camera, and I had to like really be very specific about how everything was done because it's so technical compared to theater and comedy. And I came on set and was just like, Phil Cerricio was the director, introduced me to Jensen, I shook his hand, I was like, can't look at that too long. And then I met Jared, I was like, that's gonna hurt my neck. And then I did my job, and then we all know the joke where Jensen was like, it was the donut scene, was that first scene we did together. And Jensen was like, oh, she's really holding it together. And then he takes a donut, takes just the biggest, most ridiculous bite. I didn't even laugh. I was just like, can we cut? It's too much. It's too much. And they laughed and laughed and laughed. And then Jensen tells the story like I came on set like a total pro, and all he thought was, she's holding it together. I'm gonna try to crack her. I'm gonna try to crack her. But really, I was just fucking terrified. But he did also say like, oh, you came on set, and it was very clear you had no idea who I was. No. So they were fine. They were fine. They'll do.
My first scene was me watching everyone I know and love, including my child and husband, burn on a funeral pyre. So like, let's just start off with the word scrape, shall we? And we were out in the middle of the woods, and I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna do? And then I see somebody drive past on a teeny tiny motorcycle. I see someone else drive past on a teeny tiny motorcycle. Like, okay. And then I see them get off and start throwing the football at each other's heads. At other people. And I'm like, I'm so fucked. So I'm like, got everything ready, we walk over, I'm like, okay. They're off their teeny tiny motorcycles and they're done throwing things at people, and the two boys come over and nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And they both, all of a sudden, just like, it was like something dropped. And they both went, okay, what do you need? That was good, that does it, okay, let's roll the cameras, thank you so much. So my first impression was, I'm so fucked, and my second impression was, I am so perfectly taken care of, there is no way that they will let me fail. So, and that's the one that I still have. So that's Jensen and Jared for me.
I love that so much. My first time, I was working with Jared, and Phil was directing us, and I was nervous, really, really nervous, and I wanted to puke in my mouth a little bit, and I was doing affirmations in my trailer, like, you got this, you got this, you got this, you can do this, you can do this, ground yourself, you know what to do. And then I went on set, and everybody was incredibly kind, and I knew all my lines, and that was just enough for me. And I could sing my song, and I didn't puke in my mouth at the same time, so it was a win. It was a big win. And they were kind, so I took it. That was my first time. It was real nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So if you could pick an episode or plot line from Supernatural to be the basis for a real Broadway-bound supernatural musical, which would you choose and why?
Baby. Come on. Think of all the car songs there would be. It'd be like Grease Lightning all over again.
I think Mystery Spot would be fun as a Broadway musical.
French Mistake. Wayward Sisters. There's one there.
Avoid that one.
You already said I was going to say it. Because I was just thinking of all the duets. It'd be great. I'm going to say
flamethrower.
I'm gonna say Wayward Sisters. That's my final answer.
Thank you.
Hi. I just moved here to be an actor, so I was wondering how you got into acting. Do you go to school? Are you self-taught? That's pretty much it.
I went to school. I went to theater school. Loved it. For me, that was the right thing to do. It's not necessary. It just let me have structure so that I could really train, because I didn't know anything, so I got immersed in dance and music and learning about the business and learning about the craft, and all of that was just so good for me, and it was helpful for me to have that process in front of people. And the friends that you make, I mean, I'm still friends with like a lot of my peeps from theater school. Then that's like 15 years ago, so I've had people with me in the trenches who I just love to death. And the people you meet in this business are going to be the lifeline for you, because if you surround yourself with the right people, then you will be uplifted and supported and cared for. And if you fall in with a crowd that is just out for themselves and doesn't really care about a team, then it's a different story. So I love my theater experience, but I will never tell anybody that that's the only way you have to go, or that you have to do theater or anything. I think craft is so specific and not specific. So, what's the word?
Individual.
Yeah.
It's an individual experience.
I was just going to say that. I was like, I went to theater school when I was 18, and I graduated when I was 20, and theater school is great because all these things, it gives you structure. For me, it taught me a lot of history, a lot of rule theater, commedia dell'arte, a lot of like methods of acting, Stanislavski, Stella Adler. These are all things that I love. They're part of my toolbox, but I don't think it's necessary. Unless that's what you are passionate about. But I don't think you need to go to theater school to be an actor. And I also don't think you should stop going to school because you are an actor. I still go to acting classes, I still go to singing lessons, I'm constantly learning. I feel stuck when I'm not learning. It's very uncomfortable to not know something, and I'm uncomfortable for a moment, and then I develop the skill or learn how to develop the skill. So I say just whenever you have an opportunity, any way it looks, just do that, just learn.
Yep. I absolutely agree with what Briana said. I have a master's degree, and one of the biggest disservices I did myself in my theater education was really wanting to show people that I knew it already. I wanted to be right. I didn't want to be in process. I wanted to have arrived. I wanted people to think I was already what I was trying to become. And when I have moved into a much kinder, more loving place in my life, to be like, yeah, like I used the phrase, I should have known that a lot. How the fuck are you supposed to know things until you learn them? Don't do that to yourself in general. No should have known. You are learning. It is a process. You are absolutely worthy to be where you are and allow that to inform your next choice. So the fact is, you can learn anywhere. Just I think you will find more joy in it and more patience with yourself, letting it be a process and learning instead of trying to show people you already know. Good luck. Kick his butt.
Yeah, I just wanted to perform one shoot. Thank you so
Go
much.
kick his ass.
Thank you. Get it. Hello.
Hey guys. So comparatively, like Supernatural is so physically demanding. How did you guys get ready for like the fight scenes?
Hired step people. No, I'm just kidding. When we were preparing for Wayward Sisters, the studio had us in fight training for about 3 months beforehand. And that was so fun for me. They taught us so many different things. It wasn't just, they taught us jiu-jitsu, we learned weaponry, we learned, what is it when you take a weapon away from somebody? Disarming. We went to the shooting range a couple of times. We learned how to put a gun together. Lots of cool stuff. And Rob Hader, who is the stunt coordinator on the show, he's brilliant, lovely, and terrifying simultaneously. And he's like a proud papa. He worked really hard with us for that spinoff. And then I haven't done a ton of fight scenes. I did one fight scene in Breakdown, and then I did a small fight scene with Mark Pellegrino in the last episode. And those were awesome and terrifying and brilliant. But what's great is you get to do the part that's kind of hard. You're like, wow! And then you go to your trailer, and then the professionals fucking step in. And they are brilliant. Those stunt people, in some ways, not for my fight scenes, they put their lives on the line. They really do. They're trained. They know how to fall the exact same way 25 times without bruising themselves, let alone breaking something, which is what I would do. And I feel so excited when I see that there's a stunt person because I know that they're going to do their job and therefore make the scene look amazing. So I'm grateful to the stunt coordinator and the stunt people on that show.
Hi, Kim and Briana. I was just wondering what the impetus behind Makeupless Saturday was.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I was getting ready to go out for dinner with my husband and daughter, going out for dinner with some friends. We'd just come home from the beach, so we were all rushing to hurry up and get ready. Valentina, my daughter, loves to like wear a dress when we go for dinner. She loves an occasion, you know. She's like, can I wear my hair down? You never let her wear it down. It's fucking naughty. Yep. And so she's like, can I wear a dress? And I said, yeah. And then I was putting on makeup, and she said, Mom, you look so pretty right now. And I said, thank you, honey. When you make compliments, it makes people feel really good about themselves. Thank you so much. And then she got really teary, and she said, I don't think you need to look that pretty tonight. And I was so confused. And I said, does you thinking that I look pretty make you feel unpretty? And she started crying, and she said, yeah. So I panicked, because I was like, where did she learn this? I grabbed her and stood her in front of the mirror and talked to her. I was like, okay, what about yourself makes you feel pretty? It doesn't matter what you look like, it matters how you feel. So we talked about how she loves when her hair is down. She loves the feeling of when she can't stop laughing. And I was just like, I was doing all of this with her, which is a mild Band-Aid solution to a problem that I didn't anticipate at such a young age, which was she already knew how to compare herself to another person. And we don't have negative body talk, any kind of that stuff in the house. So I was like, this is just something that needs to change.
She specifically mentioned putting on makeup.
She specifically mentioned makeup.
You put on makeup and
you
she
put on
can't.
makeup and she can't, therefore she's not pretty. So I said, I just decided I needed to do more. And I could do more, so I'm doing more. To make the point that it's not necessary to wear makeup, to be beautiful, to feel beautiful. I love wearing makeup. I love makeup. I nerd out about it. But I don't wear it at home. Like, I'll put it on if I go for dinner, but I don't wear it every day. And so I'm not here to discourage people from wearing makeup. I'm here to encourage people to enjoy who they are at their core, everything about themselves. So we talk a lot about self-betterment and mental health and your spirit, but we don't talk a lot about looks because we feel it doesn't matter, but your looks do matter. Your inherent body, your face, your hair, your whole body, everything matters, and all of it is beautiful. And the point is kind of to reiterate the fact that you are beautiful on your own, you don't have to do anything. And if it's a day without makeup, then it's a day without makeup. Well, that's a long story. I took it to Kim, I told her the whole story, and she was like, I'm in! So we're gonna do it together.
I'm in too, man. I'm so down.
Yeah.
I prefer to post selfies with no makeup and people think I'm brave, and I'm like, just lazy.
Exactly.
You were talking earlier about something that I, as an entitled white lady, don't think about a lot, which is representation. And so when I am able to address an area where I actually could illustrate a broader range of representation, oh, that didn't come naturally to me, but now I know. How about embracing the side of me that isn't putting on makeup? Because I put on makeup for fun, but I also am willing to represent another side of me, and therefore maybe another side of a few of you that is like, nah, I'm gonna be naked today. So yay, naked! Yeah! Naked Saturday.
Hello.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say I love all three of you guys. You guys are a big inspiration to me. I love the Way Work podcast. I'm catching up to this. Honestly, I'm a big supporter of Wayward. I love, especially Kim. I grew up basically watching him from Sweet Like Zack and Cody. And sorry, I'm a little nervous right now.
You're great. I'd give you a loonie to step a little closer to the microphone. A loonie's a Canadian dollar. I know, cute, right?
Basically, you guys motivate me because I had a difficulty embracing myself, like who I am. I grew up with people telling me like weird things, like, oh, I'm an outcast, where I grew up at. I'm from Hispanic origin, so I grew up in a minority area, and I don't know what. I'm sorry, I'm making family right now. I'm just very nervous.
It's okay, honey. We got you. Was there a question you wanted to ask one of us?
No, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for being an inspiration for me. That I'm learning how to embrace who I am. Like I walk outside like this. So
Yes.
And oh my God, what was I saying? That's just pretty much it. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. I'm so grateful for you to come up. I know that was probably hard for you. And just saying those things makes me feel like what I'm doing, what I'm putting into the world is the right thing. So I'm so grateful for you for sharing that with me. Okay?
This question has a little bit of a story behind it, so you're gonna have to roll with me. So I like to act. Well, I don't really like to act. I haven't acted before, but I want to get into it because ever since I started watching Supernatural, I've always wanted to act. But I also really like science and all that, and I like to draw and write. So I was wondering, because you guys brought up fanfic, I was wondering, could I make a suggestion for you guys of what to read?
Woo! Go for it.
Well, I have one that I wrote. It has over 9,000 reads, and it's called The Little Flower, and it's about this girl who is one of my characters, who I honestly wish I could tell you guys about, and like I wish she was on the show because she's just a really good character. And so it's about her, and she's just a strong, independent female character, and I just really like her. And I just wanted to give you guys a suggestion.
I love it.
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
It's called The Little Flower.
The Little Flower, everyone.
The Little Flower. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Well done. Good pitch. Love a good pitch.
Hi.
Hi.
So I actually have two questions, one for Lisa, one for Kim. My question to Lisa.
No, wait, no, Briana. I love you, Come back, please come back.
I'm kidding. You ask your questions, my lady.
So how did you react when you found out you would be playing Death?
I just love this story so much. Kim, you're my favorite human being on the planet. Kim,
Good story.
True story. I found out from Kim. Because she was like, oh my God, that's so amazing, you're dead! And I'm like, I am? Nobody's called me.
And no writer has ever spoken to me again. Crazy, but true.
And so I got to find out from my dear friend, so I love that. And then it was like, hey, you're gonna be dead. And then I had to do the whole like, oh, great, awesome! Oh my God! And I jumped up and down. It was really, really exciting. And then I was also very nervous because those are some pretty amazing shoes to fill.
I mean, to be fair, I thought they'd already told you. It wasn't like I came home with the information. It was like, wire alert.
Oh, I was like, what kind of phone do you still have?
That's right. That's right. We communicate Morse code. Shut up. I'm old. Leave me alone. I telegraph. Don't you?
So, and then my question for Kim is how in the world could you not like cheesecake?
You're not wrong.
Good question.
I own
Great
that.
questions.
You are not wrong. I 100% own that. I don't know. I think it's a failure. It's a deep failure. I own that. Sorry.
You guys, so
Hi guys. Hi.
I can't find it.
I would like chocolate. I would like cheesecake if it had fudge sauce
I was
on
just
it.
gonna say, like, do you need like a sauce?
Always have fudge sauces on them.
They don't.
What? It's just cheese?
You
Cheesecake?
can put berries or
All these